this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you.
What is up, everyone? Only TS here. Today, I'm going to review South Park Joining the Panderverse. Now, this is a special one that I love to watch, considering they definitely took aim at Disney, well, in this case, modern Disney, because like the handling of Bob Iger, and they could have mentioned Bob Chapek because he was also part of the agenda that they were going for, and it like obviously failed. And they also took aim at Kathleen Kennedy, who has been a big part of ruining Indiana Jones with their new Dial of Destiny shit. But there is a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot wait to get into this. Like and subscribe for more movie reviews, because the next one I'm going to probably do is either Five Nights at Freddy's, or like next month I'll review Trolls Band Together. I did have the privilege to watch it early, but for the sake of wanting to like give out spoilers, because it was mediocre at its best, I will save it for like next month when it comes out November 17th. So stay tuned for that, but let's get into the video. This is going to be a short review since I didn't really get like everything, like every single topic that was discussed in Joining the Panderverse, like especially the overdependence of AI with these workers going from poor to rich, like owning spaceships and everything, like the attack on capitalism. Like what was the humor? What was the humorous part about it? But I just felt it was like how do I put this? Confusing at most. But like there'll probably be some adult YouTuber that will explain it a whole lot better than me. So let's talk about the opening and what is being taught about throughout like the special, and what Kathleen Kennedy explains in a restaurant that Eric Cartman and Kathleen Kennedy meet up. So we start off in a different universe, and yes, South Park did poke fun at the lazy multiverse trope that's been going around in movies recently. We've seen that in The Flash, and well, that is pretty much it from what I know. But anyways, we could see Black Eric Cartman with the same mom, hasn't been race swapped or gender changed, Leanne. And yeah, it's the same personality for Black Eric Cartman, loud, bratty, annoying, hard to talk to, manipulative. Then we get to see the other crew, and that bands together the strong, independent woman that Disney has tried to create so many times but has failed to like succeed in any of them. You've seen that. You've seen those gender swapped and race swapped. Well, it's mostly race swapped at the moment for Peter Pan and Wendy, The Little Mermaid, which has been like overly talked about, and Snow White with Rachel Zegler, the nasty bitch that she is. Then the real Eric Cartman is having these nightmares about Disney executives ruining original movies just for the sake of diversity, equity, and inclusion, with like diverse women complaining about the quote-unquote patriarchy, but he has to go to therapy, but that's for later on. He just goes to school and tries to explain it to his friends, but they don't believe it, and that really that really like bothers me a bit, because like, considering like South Park has been like home to like most outlandish things that can happen, and they can't believe for a second that Cartman is having a nightmare about something that is happening, and that is going to come to reality because Cartman is transported to the same universe that Black Eric Cartman is in, but they've both been transferred to separate universes, unfortunately. And of course, PC Principal, with how politically correct he is, doesn't have a problem with it, of course, and doesn't even bother trying to find where like the real Eric Cartman is. Says, hey, I like a Black Eric Cartman. We should keep it, because yeah, the problem is you if you don't agree with it. And that's what Disney's been doing, attacking the fans, and like people keep on saying none of this is happening. You really think it's not happening? Disney is giving a big fuck you to the fans. Every single family that wants to enjoy a movie for its enjoyment. But let's just set aside the liberals who complain about bigotry when they know nothing about good movies. Stan, Kyle, and Kenny are forced to help her, Black Eric Carmen, and we go to Disney, who is having a big meeting because yes, their newest Disney movies are failing, and they're trying to figure out what the problem is. Bob Iger wants to pander harder to the fans out there, the people who watch Disney. Well, I'm surprised there's still a lot of Disney fans out there, because they should have noticed this by now. There's something wrong with these kind of movies, because they obviously look nothing like the originals, but they're Disney shows, whatever. Then we get to see a new Kathleen Kennedy. It's not even the Kathleen Kennedy, it's Kathleen Kennedy, but Eric Carmen is dressed like Kathleen Kennedy. This Kathleen is probably the most funniest character out of the special, with Black Eric Carmen being a close second, because she had her moments, funny, complaining, bratty moments like the real Eric Carmen does. But man, the ideas that this Kathleen Kennedy has, like put a chicken in it and make her gay. Man, she does that so many times, and like it will never not be funny. Like no matter how many times she says that, oh my god, it's like, I know it's causing problems for everybody else, but like the fact that like they needed to like put that out loud, because yeah, that's what Disney's doing. Make everything gay. Anyways, let's go fast forward to Kathleen Kennedy and Eric Carmen meeting up at City Woke. And I liked how they inserted that in there, like that simple like Easter egg, because yeah, this is the diverse universe. So yeah, they're pandering to everybody, and that's basically like an example of what woke is. They go on to discuss about this sort of a Pander Stone, which is kind of relating to the MCU Infinity Stones. Kathleen Kennedy corrupted the use of the Pander Stone that had created universes, including a version of herself, but it's the Eric Carmen version, Kathleen Kennedy, as I've explained earlier. But she only used it because she wanted to like do more. Like she tried to combat the hate letters that she's been getting, which we know later on that a whole lot of them came from Eric Carmen. And Kathleen Kennedy goes on to explain that he started all this, like she and they go on like take aim at each other, blah blah blah. So this is more of like a conservative versus liberal type of thing. I think this is what like this is pointing out, like okay, you should have like made movies like that doesn't race or gender swap anything. Like if you're gonna make a diverse movie, just make your own movie, like with any characters that you want, like the appeal to the audience that way, instead of taking anything from what has been in the past and put it right now. Kathleen and Eric Carmen both go on to apologize to each other, make their amends. Randy comes save them. Everybody that was transported got transported back to their own universes. Even Black Eric Carmen, I liked what they inserted that in that one scene. She just kills Asian Kenny, and instead of Kyle calling her "you bastard," like what South Park does when Kenny gets killed, it's "you fat hoe." Love it. Then in the very end, South Park loves to do their very own what the fuck just happened, like most of their episodes, with the Eric Cartman version of Kathleen Kennedy, with an alien mom, and that's basically much it. I don't think we're getting a part 2. I wish we were going to, because South Park has been doing 2-part specials recently on Paramount Plus with Streaming Wars and Post COVID, I think it was called, but for this particular special, I'm not too sure. Overall, this was a great addition to the South Park franchise. It was just simply to me like they're just making their point and moving on with the South Park franchise. Still got a lot in their contract with their partnership with Comedy Central and Paramount. I was here for the humor, and they basically excelled on that. I feel like they could have added Dave Filoni, because his recent failure with Ahsoka not really much of the attention that it's getting, because yeah, Star Wars, modern Star Wars is basically down the drain dead. But that would have been the icing on the cake to poke fun of him along with Kathleen Kennedy. I just really hope there will be somebody out there, any company at Hollywood, will get a wake-up call and stop doing these modern movies like any damage with these gender swaps and race swaps, because this is a major issue for everybody's entertainment. And like I'm counting liberals in there too, even though they love diversity hires, but I missed movies like great movies like the ones from the 1980s, 1990s, because they at least were dedicated to making original content, and it's just sad to see them run out of ideas. But South Park apparently hasn't, because the comedy is right there when it really needs to come out. Trey and Matt, you never disappoint us. I'm gonna give this 8 out of 10. Not the best of the best South Park content, but just enjoyable enough to get a kick of laughter and a sense of wow, South Park really did this, and I'm glad they're understanding what the problem is. And I'm just here for it. That will do it for this review. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to my commentary and what I have to say about it. If you guys have anything that you want to add to it, or something that I have been missing, put it in the comment section down below so we can discuss it. And yeah, thank you again. Peace out, everybody.